My ex texted, "Increase the child support or I take you to court." I replied, "Proceed as necessary." Then I provided my lawyer with proof she was hiding income and misusing funds. A short while later, her lawyer was calling my lawyer to negotiate. I, Ben, 38M, guess I shouldn't be surprised, but still, it was quite a message to receive. Divorced from Jennifer, 36F, for about 2 years now. We have one son, Noah, 8M. Split wasn't pretty, mostly because Jennifer has expectations. Always has. We agreed on child support, $1,200 a month, based on my salary and her reported part-time income from her online boutique thing. It covers more than Noah's fair share of expenses, plus extra. I pay on time every time. Also cover his health insurance and half of any major extras, school trips, braces eventually, etc. Never missed a payment. So Tuesday morning, I'm deep in debugging some code, phone buzzes. It's Jennifer. Jennifer, need to talk about CS. $1,200 isn't cutting it anymore. Costs are up. Need an increase to $2,000 a month starting next cycle. Me, Jennifer, we have a court-ordered agreement based on financials. Nothing significant has changed on my end. What specific costs have increased so drastically? Everything. Noah needs things. Clothes, activities, food is insane now. Don't nickel and dime me, it's for Noah. $2,000 or my lawyer will file for modification. Your choice. Me. Noah seemed fine and had plenty when I had him last weekend. If you want to formally request modification, you know the process. Talk to your lawyer. Fine. You asked for it. Expect the paperwork. Increase the payment now or I take you to court. The entitlement just radiates off the screen. Your choice. Like she's doing me a favor by demanding nearly double. It's for Noah. The classic guilt trip, even though I suspect maybe 30% of that $1,200 actually goes towards his direct needs, based on some comments he's made and things I've seen. My blood pressure definitely spiked. But years of dealing with Jennifer taught me reacting emotionally gets you nowhere. She wants a fight. She thrives on drama. I took a deep breath. Typed back. Me, proceed as necessary. All communication regarding this should now go through my lawyer, Mr. Gregory. You have his contact info. Sent. Blocked her number temporarily to stop myself getting dragged into a text war. Emailed Mr. Gregory immediately. Jennifer threatening court for CS modification, demanding $2,000 a month. Instructed her to proceed formally via lawyers. Please be prepared for contact from her counsel. Suspect hidden income misuse of funds on her end. Recommend we start gathering evidence preemptively. Mr. Gregory replied within an hour. Understood. Let them make the first move filing-wise, but yes, let's quietly prepare. Send over anything you have regarding spending discrepancies or potential unreported income. So here we are, waiting for the official paperwork. But I'm not just waiting. I've suspected for months she's making way more than she claims from her little boutique and that CS is funding her lifestyle, not Noah's needs. Time to see if I'm right. This isn't about disadvantaging her. It's about paying what's fair and ensuring Noah is actually benefiting. If she wants to play hardball, fine. Game on. Update. Okay, it's been a couple of weeks since the initial threat. As expected, Jennifer's lawyer, Ms. Nicole, filed the motion for child support modification. The paperwork arrived, full of inflated expenses for Noah and claiming Jennifer's income hasn't changed, making her sound like she's barely scraping by. The $2,000 demand is official. Mr. Gregory filed our initial response, denying the need for such a drastic increase and requesting full financial disclosure and discovery from Jennifer, including business bank statements for her boutique, personal accounts, credit cards, the works. Standard procedure, but we know this is where the truth usually hides. Meanwhile, I'd already started doing some digging, like Mr. Gregory suggested. Nothing illegal, just paying attention. And wow, social media goldmine. Jennifer's not exactly subtle. Her public Instagram? Full of pics from a recent weekend getaway, spa resort, cocktails, #needed this. A new designer handbag casually sitting on a restaurant table in another shot, treat yourself. Pics of Noah are there, but fewer than the lifestyle posts. These aren't cheap trips or items for someone claiming poverty, screenshotted everything, timestamps and all. Noah's comments. Kids notice things. Last time I had him, he mentioned Mommy got a new giant TV for her bedroom, and Mommy's friend Andrew drives a really fast car. We went for brunch. Not definitive proof of anything on its own, but adds to the picture. Andrew is the new boyfriend she insisted wasn't serious or contributing financially. The boutique, her online boutique's social media page, is separate. Lots of posts showcasing new arrivals, sold-out items. Looks way more active than a barely making ends meet side hustle. Found a few comments from customers like, "Got my order, love it, fast shipping." Doesn't scream struggling artist. Forwarded all this to Mr. Gregory. He agreed it painted a picture inconsistent with her filing. Then came the supporters. Got a call from Jennifer's sister, Lauren, 38F, last Friday night. "Lauren, Ben, what on earth are you doing to Jennifer?" Me, Lauren, "Hello, I'm not doing anything. Jennifer is seeking a modification to child support through the courts. We are responding through lawyers as she requested." "Don't give me that legal talk. She told me you refused to give her more money for Noah. He's your son. She's struggling, Ben. That $1,200 is nothing these days. You make good money, just pay it." Me, "My finances are part of the court calculation, and so are hers. The court will determine what's fair based on actual income and actual need." Actual need? She can barely afford rent. You saw her little apartment. Note, she chose that apartment, could have afforded slightly larger with the current support if she budgeted. You're just being spiteful because she moved on. Andrew doesn't pay her bills, you know. Me, "Lauren, I'm not discussing this with you. This is between Jennifer, me, and our lawyers, per her own rules." "You're unbelievable. You'll regret this when the judge sees how ungenerous you are. She's gonna take you to the cleaners. You owe her." "Okay, Lauren. Gotta go." Hung up. Blocked her number 2. The sheer entitlement is staggering. They genuinely believe I should fund Jennifer's life indefinitely just because we were married and have a child. The idea that she needs to be honest about her finances doesn't even register. Mr. Gregory said this is common. The narrative gets spun to family and friends, painting the paying parent as the villain. Discovery is going to be interesting. Let's see what those bank statements actually say. Update 2. Alright, things escalated quickly. The discovery process has been illuminating and unpleasant. Jennifer dragged her feet providing documents. Miss Nicole sent over incomplete statements, claimed some were lost or irrelevant. Mr. Gregory had to file a motion to compel, basically asking the judge to force her hand. Judge granted it. Suddenly more documents appeared, though still likely not everything. But what we did get was damning. Bank statements. Her personal account showed the $1,200 CS coming in, and then money flying out for things like cosmetic store hauls, bar tabs, weekend trips, matching Instagram dates, and payments to high-end clothing stores. Very little that screamed child expenses beyond basic grocery runs. Crucially, there were regular, significant cash deposits, $500 to $1,000 chunks. Multiple times a month, labeled vaguely like client payment or just deposit, far exceeding her claimed boutique income. Boutique account. The statements she did provide for her business showed more revenue than declared, but also strange transfers out to accounts we couldn't identify, and minimal claimed profit. Looked like textbook hiding income. Credit card statements. Similar story. Lots of personal spending, meals out, online shopping. Again, the cash flow didn't match her claimed income plus $1,200 CS. She was spending way more than she officially had. Mr. Gregory hired a forensic accountant on my dime, yes, but necessary, to analyze everything. Given the urgency, we requested a rush preliminary analysis focusing on the obvious red flags. The report came back quickly, noting that while a full audit would take more time, the pattern was clear. Jennifer was likely underreporting her income by at least $2,500 to $3,000 per month, possibly more, primarily through his unexplained cash transactions and potentially the boutique obfuscation. While definitively proving the exact source of every cash deposit wasn't yet complete, the pattern, regularity, and lack of any plausible explanation provided strong leverage. The analysis also showed less than $500 per month could be directly tied to verifiable child expenses, groceries, some clothes, his share of utilities. The rest was subsidizing her lifestyle. While this was happening, Jennifer tried some other tactics. Manipulative comments via Noah. Noah started saying things like, "Mommy says you don't give her enough money for my stuff. And Mommy's sad we can't go on a big vacation because you won't help." It was upsetting, but I gently corrected him. Buddy, mommy and I handle grown-up money stuff separately. I make sure you have everything you need, always. Documented these comments for Mr. Gregory as evidence of her attempting to involve Noah inappropriately. The school concern. Received an email from Noah's school principal. An anonymous parent had expressed concern about Noah's home situation, hinting at financial instability affecting him due to the divorce dispute. Thankfully, the principal knows me, knows Noah is fine at school, and basically saw it for what it likely was. We had a calm chat. I explained Jennifer was seeking more support, and things were tense, but Noah was insulated and provided for. She seemed satisfied and said unless concrete issues arise, she considers it parental conflict spillover. Clearly an attempt to exert pressure. So low. Mr. Gregory compiled everything, the forensic accountant's preliminary findings highlighting the pattern of deposits and spending, the bank credit card statements, the social media evidence, my logs of Noah's comments, and the school incident. He drafted a stark summary package. Yesterday morning, he emailed it directly to Miss Nicole. The subject line was blunt: financial disclosure discrepancies and evidence of undisclosed income misused funds, case name. The email basically said, here's compelling evidence suggesting your client has misrepresented her financial situation in her declaration, is significantly underreporting income, and is demonstrably using child support for personal expenses unrelated to the child. Our preliminary analysis suggests current support might even be too high based on her likely actual income. We demand you withdraw the modification request immediately. If not, we will file this evidence with the court seeking dismissal, sanctions against your client for filing in bad faith, and a recalculation of support based on imputed income, potentially resulting in a reduction of current support and her paying Mr. My Last Name's legal fees. No response from Miss Nicole all day yesterday. The silence was telling, waiting to see how they react to having their position challenged so directly. Part of me is anxious, part of me feels grimly satisfied. Actions have consequences. Final update. Well folks, it's over, and quicker than I expected. About 48 hours after Mr. Gregory sent that evidence package to Miss Nicole, my phone rang. It was Mr. Gregory. Ben, good news. Just got off the phone with Nicole. Using first name for lawyer seems okay in direct speech. Me? Oh. What did she have to say? My heart rate picked up. She sounded subdued. Said her client, Jennifer, has reconsidered her position and wants to withdraw the request for modification. Immediately. Seems our evidence package made quite an impression. She tried to float an informal let's just drop it all idea, but I held firm that any offer needs to be formal. Me. So she's folding? Just like that? Looks like it. Facing the evidence, potential sanctions for perjury and bad faith filing, and the real possibility of support being reduced plus paying your legal fees, seems reality finally hit. She's offering to withdraw with prejudice, meaning she can't refile later based on these same circumstances. The formal offer should be in my inbox shortly. He was right. Less than an hour later, Mr. Gregory confirmed receipt of the formal email offer from Miss Nicole. Mr. Gregory and I discussed the options. Option 1. Accept her withdrawal, keep support at $1,200, and be done. Option 2. Push it. File the evidence formally, potentially get support lowered based on her hidden income, and maybe get legal fees awarded. I thought about it hard. Pushing it meant more legal fees for me up front, more stress, potentially dragging Noah more into it if it went to a full hearing. Jennifer getting hit with lower support and paying my fees felt like justice, but the cost and conflict felt draining. The primary goal was stopping the unreasonable increase and the misuse of funds. Her being caught and forced to fold was, honestly, deeply satisfying on its own. The change in Miss Nicole's approach spoke volumes. My decision: accept the withdrawal with prejudice. But Mr. Gregory drafted a response stating that while we accept, we explicitly reserve the right to revisit the support amount downwards in the future should evidence of continued significant financial misrepresentation or misuse of funds surface. Basically, a clear warning shot. We know what you did. Don't try it again. Miss Nicole accepted immediately via email. Signed agreement filed with the court yesterday. Done. So, the outcome? Jennifer's demand for $2,000 a month? Gone. Child support stays at $1,200 a month. She knows that I know she's likely hiding income and misusing funds. That knowledge and the evidence we have documented is its own form of accountability. She had to pay her own lawyer's fees for this failed endeavor. Miss Nicole probably wasn't cheap. Her relationship with her sister Lauren is apparently strained, according to a mutual acquaintance. Lauren feels Jennifer wasn't entirely honest with her about the situation. Surprise, Jennifer hasn't contacted me directly. Can almost feel the simmering resentment from here. No apology, no acknowledgement, just silence. As expected from someone with that level of entitlement. Change doesn't come easily. Do I feel bad? Maybe a tiny bit that it came to this. But mostly, relief, vindication. I stood my ground, didn't let her bully me, and used the system she invoked to shut down her entitled grab. I protected my finances and ensured the support level remains fair based on the original agreement, even if the evidence suggests she should be getting less based on her real income. The justice wasn't some dramatic courtroom takedown. It was quiet, methodical proof, shutting down her claims and forcing her own lawyer to scramble for damage control. Seeing her entitled overreach blow up in her face because of her own lack of honesty, that's the consequence she earned. Now I can just focus on Noah, making sure he's happy and provided for, without his mother's financial games hanging over everything. Cost me some stress and legal fees, but worth it for the peace of mind. Thanks for reading along, Reddit. Document everything, stay calm, and let their own actions be their undoing. Time to move forward.